Hello there, great people. Greetings from Portugal. Nuno here once again, and today we are doing follow-up video on macOS Mojave Beta 7 and also public beta 6. So public beta is always one number above, not above, below the developer beta, but the build number it's the same. So I already, for you that are checking this kind of videos for the first time, I already made a video, a first look on when Apple launched it about 2 or 3 days ago, I believe. So with performance, Geekbench, all the things that geeks like to see. And now it's a follow-up video on a daily usage on these 3 days. What is good, what is bad, and so without further ado, let's go ahead and start with the things that are still not working perfectly. And one of those is Final Cut. Final Cut, now I have the opportunity to see, of course, the previews. That wasn't possible on the last beta, so beta 6, beta 5, and so on. Now I have the ability to see all the previews on tiles, effects, and transitions. But, the issue still remains is that Final Cut is not yet optimized for macOS Mojave. So, on this mid 2015 15-inch MacBook Pro connected to an Apple Cinema display, when I'm transcoding, rendering, exporting, when I open, for example, Safari or everything is it's with lots of lag. The computer can't keep up when I'm doing these tasks. Okay, so everything works well in iSierra, but with macOS Mojave. That's why, guys, I always tell you, make a backup, make a second partition in order for you to test the apps that you use on a regular basis. I don't have issues, okay? I can keep up with that, okay? No issues, okay? When it's transcoding or rendering, well, I don't do anything else. But if you like to do, when we're waiting for these kinds of tasks, if you like to, to make some multitasking and make some other tasks, you will encounter that issue. So we'll have to wait for Final Cut to be, updated or, refreshed or tweaked for macOS Mojave. Now, still seeing these issues even in this final beta, but I think it's not Mojave, it's Final Cut has to be upgraded. Now, too much time talking about Final Cut, but I think for us that use, video editing, it's important. Not only, but it's only Final Cut, because if I use, for example, this, where I'm using like ScreenFlow to make this screen recording, when it's exporting, everything seems to be pretty fluid, so no issues there. Now, let's test here some, for example, taking a picture or import a picture. This is a new feature for macOS Mojave. Let's take a photo, for example, from my iPhone. So already I have it here. Let's take here a photo. Okay, so this is working. Use the photo and it's there. Okay, so this is working without any flaws. Also, continuity, if I open up an app on the iPhone or iPad, as you can see, it is here and it will be the same page. Okay, in this case it will be Cult of Mac. So it is working, no issues. Continuity, it's working between iOS and iPhone, iPad, iOS and Mac. So everything it's good. Safari, no issues, very good also. Again, since beta 6, developer beta 6, you have now the ability again to use private browsing. I don't use it, honestly, I don't need private browsing. So, but it is working for you guys that asked. And guys, regarding the performance, and I told this on the initial impressions about RAM usage, CPU usage, temperature, everything the same as macOS iSierra. So very on par with iSierra. And I'm loving macOS Mojave. It seems like Snow Leopard. For you guys that use Macs for a long time, that Snow Leopard was for me, and probably and from the people that on the threads, Mac Rumors, Reddit, and everything. Snow Leopard was for me the best operating system that Mac ever launched. Very stable, and this Mojave, is going on the same way, because we are on beta and everything seems to run perfectly. No shutdowns, no kernel panics. Perfect, okay? Perfect for a beta. It is perfect. Now, the third party apps also work with no issues, okay? Everything works. I don't have here any app, and if you can see, if you want, all the apps that I have here, you can make a pause. Well, there are some that don't work. For example, audio hijack. I cannot work with audio hijack because it needs, there is something here, I don't know what it is, that cannot install. I know a plugin for this that cannot install. So audio hijack doesn't work on macOS Mojave. But this is not the fault of Mojave. It's and not a fault also for these third-party apps. They are still not optimized because macOS Mojave is still not launched. So if you trust on these apps, guys, once again, test it on a different partition. Now, regarding the Geekbench, I already told this on the first video. Handbrake works without any flaws also. So FaceTime, also no problems whatsoever. Well, I can open it, so here I am again on the second camera. I have to blur, of course, my contacts, but it didn't work on beta 5, I believe. Beta 6, it's working. I told this on the first video, and well, working without any flaws. Don't forget that FaceTime, it's postponed. The group FaceTime is postponed till further notice from Apple. So the feature that they told us on the keynote for Mojave and also iOS, the group FaceTime is postponed. I don't know. They tell us that till the end of the year that they will launch it. Let's see if that's true or not. For me, that's not an issue. I don't have 32 people to talk at the same time, so I only do one-on-one conversation. So perfect, no issues there. Didn't find any reason till now. I don't know in the future if we will need some kind of feature to talk to many people at the same time. Perhaps, I don't know. So guys, I think this is what I want to tell you. Everything it's okay. One thing that is being requested is if you can install macOS Mojave on no, I think Apple as only allows from mid 2012 forward for macOS Mojave to work. In my opinion, I think that is a strategy for Apple, from Apple to push that kind of guys that still have computers from I don't know, 2010, 2011 to buy new laptops. If you want to see a video on how to allow your Mac that is not capable of running macOS Mojave for you to test, go ahead, put your thumbs up, and I will tell you how you can do it. It's a simple procedure, but I will explain that on a different video. Now, sorry for the lack of energy, guys. It was a rough night. I didn't have my sleep. I didn't slept very well, so that's why I'm a little bit without the energy. But sorry about that. But I think the important thing is to transmit information. Now, I think this is it, guys. I don't have any issues. One more thing that is important for you guys that use Bootcamp. No issues, even on Bootcamp. Okay, I have Bootcamp. And also, if you want to use Parallels or a virtual machine, no issues there. If I go here to Parallels, let me go here, Parallels, just for you to check. So it works on Parallels, and also it works on the normal Bootcamp. So no issues there. I'm running Windows 10 on Bootcamp, and everything seems to work very well. So this is it, guys. Let me see. Let me just, okay, here it is. Windows is booting up. So if you trust on virtual machines to use different operating system, Windows, Linux, Chrome OS, whatever. Okay, it works with Windows. I don't know with Linux, but I suppose it works the same. Okay, so it is here. And I think this is it, guys. If you have any questions and you want me to, I always, try and respond to your comments. Go ahead, put them below, and I'll be glad to, according to what I know. I don't know, everything, to respond on any issues that you could have. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.